Hello, welcome to Shutting Down the Town Homebrew. This is my channel about homebrewing and beer. Hopefully we can learn together. Today we're going to talk about Diacetyl and the process I use to test it at home. As everyone is aware, Diacetyl causes buttery and butterscotch aromas in beer, and it is a flavour that is not wanted in lagers. Usually people have a diacetyl rest when they ferment their beer. When the gravity is reached, they'll wait 2 days. In that time, they've raised the temperature by 2 degrees, and after 2 days, they then put the fermenter on chill to cool it down, cold crashing. But even that is a bit of guesswork and historical what people have been doing in homebrewing. But your pitch rate can change, your oxygen levels can change, the fermentation temperatures can change. All these different parameters affect the time that the yeast will chew up the diacetyl. So what I've been doing is a quick force test to test for diacetyl, and I use a Thermomix because we have a Thermomix at home, but you can use a hot water bath or just hot water at 60 degrees. So what I do is I get a small sample of my beer, put it in the Thermomix, set it for 30 minutes at 60 degrees. And then after that time, I just smell the sample and make sure it's clean. If there's any buttery or butterscotch aromas in there, then I know the yeast hasn't finished chewing up the diacetyl and I'll need to give it another day and then check it again. I only use a small sample, that's all you need. If you're not familiar with diacetyl, I would suggest using a control. So grabbing a sample into 2 glasses, one will be the force sample that you did and one will be a control, and then compare them. If the force sample is buttery and the control is clean, you know you need to wait longer before you put your fermenter on cold crush. So what I'm drawing here is a yeast cell, or a poor yeast cell. During fermentation, the yeast produces alpha acetolactate, which is a precursor to the formation of diacetyl. That excretes out of the cell, and then what happens is it undergoes chemical oxidation to produce diacetyl. Now, we can speed up that process when we grab a sample and do a force test. So what happens at 60 degrees for 30 minutes, the alpha acetolactate will be chemically oxidized to diacetyl, which is flavor positive. You can detect that by flavor and taste. But the precursor you cannot taste. So during fermentation, the diacetyl is eaten up by the yeast cell into 2,3-butanediol, which is not as flavor active as diacetyl. Hello, so to test diacetyl at home, I grab a sample of my beer that has reached gravity. This reached gravity 2 days ago. So I'll just pour it into my Thermomix. I use a Thermomix because we've got one and I can control the time and temperature easily on it, and I can set it going and walk away. So all I do is pour my beer in here. I only grab a little bit, that's all I need. Put the lid on, set the timer for 30 minutes. The temperature for 60, and the mixing just on 1, and I walk away. I hope you've learned a little bit about diacetyl and how to do diacetyl testing at home. If you found this
video useful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.